Ready for the weekend to start.
Yes.
Just talking about. Still, oh no, there's no. Yeah.
Brian, you don't have the mic.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Zoning Board of Appeals. I would like to brief you on some of our rules and procedures used during our hearings. When the hearing number is called, the applicant or representative will come to the podium. If they are not an attorney, they will be sworn in by our executive secretary. They will then present their case. Board members may or may not ask questions of the applicant. Prior to tonight's hearings, board members have visited most or all the properties listed on tonight's calendar. At the conclusion of the applicant's presentation, we will ask if there are any interested parties who would like to speak either for or against the application. We will then allow the applicant to come back and give some brief rebuttal remarks to address any concerns of the interested parties. At that point, the public hearing will be closed. The stenographer can only take one person's testimony at a time, so we ask that you do not call out from the audience during testimony. We will give everyone an opportunity to be heard this evening. Sometimes proceedings do not end until 1 a.m. or later, but everyone will be heard. Lastly, at approximately 9 p.m., our stenographer will have been typing for about 2 hours, and we will take a 10-minute break. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Do we have any postponements tonight?
We have one postponement, hearing 12, Appeal 26-44, Malali Rasuli.
Is anybody in the audience here for that hearing? Let the record reflect no one was here for it, and let's call the first hearing.
Hearing 1, Appeal 25-477, John Garasio at 4 Jetmore Place, Massapequa.
Hello. Truth during these proceedings?
Yes,
Your
ma'am.
name and address, please.
Chris Gray, Architect, 2401 Capri Place, North Belmore, New York, representing John Garasio. He resides at 4 Jetmore Place, Massapequa.
Thank you.
I would like to hand in one card.
Thank you.
Okay. All righty. My client, he has a home off a canal, and it's a 1.5-story structure, and the proposed job is to extend an existing dormer that he has and add some doghouse dormers to give it a little bit of shape to it. So it's not a full second story, it's just a partial. And also the project is to install a roof over an existing deck. Now, Mr. Garasio has lived in the home 5 years, and he got a few gifts by the prior owner. He inherited some problems. Some of which are, it came to light that the roof over the porch was not permitted, and there's a condensing unit as well, and the rear dormer was never filed for, and also the deck in the rear. So the prior owner did a lot of building without a permit, and unbeknownst to Mr. Garasio, we just found that out upon filing. So with the addition of the roof over the deck and then the expanding of the second floor, the building coverage, the maximum allowable is 25%, and then the proposed building coverage is 27.6, a little bit over the allowable. And then, going back, I skipped the first one, he also inherited the driveway was expanded as well, where 8 foot is required, and the existing setback is 2.5 feet. And then the third item, with respect to floor area ratio, the allowable gross floor area is 3,350, and the proposed is 3,678. So he happens to be 328 feet over. The existing porch is 7.8 feet extending from the house. Had it been a little less, 6 feet, then that would not have counted. So that porch is now calculated in the calculation, but had that been a little smaller, he would have been a lot closer to his floor area. So overall, he's a little bit over on those 2 calculations, and actually 3 with the driveway. So that is my case.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to by our office.
Thank you very much. It's nice to be number 1.
It is.
Hearing 2, Appeal 26-35, Jessica Katz at 161 Commonwealth Avenue, Massapequa.
Council Truth on these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale, New York. Good evening, Madam Chairperson and ladies and gentlemen of the board.
Thank you.
I'm representing Mr. and Mrs. Katz of 161 Commonwealth Avenue in Massapequa. I passed up some photos, consent letters for the board. The Katz are seeking a variance for the reconstruction of their home, not having the required rear yard setback and exceeding the gross floor area. This is a very unique property, as the existing house is set way back on the lot, leaving only a 13.5-foot rear yard setback. This is an existing condition. The homeowners are proposing a renovation on the house going straight up in the rear and not further encroaching into the rear yard setback, making this a colonial-type house with all the bedrooms upstairs, 3 bedrooms. They're also going to be demolishing the existing garage and moving it forward. And the reason for this is so they have a usable rear yard. Right now, they have a very small rear yard. The proposed renovation meets the side yard setbacks, the roof pitch, the height requirements, and does not exceed the lot coverage. There is a shed and a low-level deck and a pergola in the rear that will all be removed. I've submitted a rendering of the proposed new house for the board's review, along with the pictures. Also, the photos of the existing house and a photo of the rear yard. There is a fence around the rear of the property. The Katzes have spoken to their neighbors, the Hoffmans at 158 Rhode Island Avenue, and their abutting neighbors at 159 and 165 Commonwealth Avenue. They have all signed consent letters from them. The purpose of this construction is for the additional space that the Katz family needs for their growing family. The neighbors are all excited for them, and they feel this renovation will be an attractive addition to the neighborhood. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition, always been well-maintained, and there's never been any complaints or violations from the town on this property.
Thank you.
Mr. Schumacher, how many letters of consent do you have from the neighbors?
3, they're abutting neighbors.
Great.
It's fine.
I noticed on the plans 2 laundry rooms in this house.
Maybe there's one upstairs and downstairs.
Is there a bathroom in the basement? I
There
know
is.
There is a cellar entrance.
There
So
is.
there's a 3-piece bathroom.
Yes, that has a CO, and that's why this came up with the gross floor area, because of the basement. If it wasn't for the basement, they'd be complying with the gross floor area, and the rear yard's an existing condition.
Okay.
And you're not changing that rear yard, you're not going
No,
further in?
no. I took a photo for the board showing it.
Yeah.
It's very small in the back there.
All right. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you
Thank
by
you.
our office. Thank you.
Hearing number 3, Appeal 26-42, James Hanman at 30 East Lincoln Avenue, Massapequa.
Council Truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Name and address, please.
Good evening. My name is Ashley Loho-Canese from Mark Anthony Architects. Our office is located at 1563 Belmore Avenue in Belmore, New York. I am here today on behalf of our client, Mr. James Hanneman, who is the owner and occupant of the subject property located at 30 East Lincoln Avenue in Massapequa, New York. We are here today as a result of an application filed for the proposed partial second-story addition, proposed rear roof cover over the existing patio, as well as legalizations for an existing frame cabana, 2 existing sheds, pool equipment, and an oil tank. Existing shed A, as well as existing shed B, and the cabana do not have the minimum required side yard setback of 10 feet. The existing shed A has a side yard setback of 2.6 feet, for which we are requesting relief of 7.4 feet. Existing shed B has a side yard setback of 1.8 feet, for which we are requesting 8.2 feet of relief, and the cabana has an existing side yard setback of 2.5 feet, for which we are requesting relief of 7.5 feet. Shed B also exceeds the maximum permitted height of 10 feet, having an existing height of 10.17 feet, for which we are requesting relief of just 1.17 feet. The existing pool equipment does not have the minimum required side yard setback as well of 10 feet, having an existing side yard setback of 9.5 feet, for which we are requesting relief of 0.5 feet. The existing oil tank also does not have the minimum required side yard setback of 5 feet, having an existing of 4 feet, for which we are requesting 1 foot of relief. The oil tank is for the pool heater. It is a oil-run pool heater.
Lucky them.
Lastly, the bathroom is in an accessory structure, requires approval from the zoning board. I do have photos if you'd like to see what it looks like.
We would. Do all the same, right?
Thank you.
Thank you.
There's no kitchen area in the basement, is there?
No. And there's no heating or air conditioning in the cabana either,
Okay.
because there is a 3-piece bathroom, as you can see.
How could there be a 3-piece bathroom without heat?
I called today, they said there was
They
no.
empty the water out.
It goes to, hold on, I don't remember the word that he used. Yeah. But there's no, like, no one could live in there, was my
Any
point.
consents from the neighbors?
I do not.
We would make that, if we were to grant this, that would be a condition of the variance, that no heat ever. Because this board, accessory buildings with bathrooms don't sit well with us.
I know. That's why I asked about the heat and the
Okay.
air conditioning.
Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed and the decision of the board to be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 4, Appeal 26-43, Frederick Sola at 78 Forest Avenue, Massapequa.
Morning, good evening, members of the board. My name is Fred Zoller. I'm the applicant. I'm also an attorney. I'm happy to swear myself in if I need to. I have some documents to.
Thank you, sir.
So we're here tonight to talk about a pool that doesn't have the required front yard setback of 50 feet. The pool equipment also does not have the required front yard setback of 50 feet, and the pool equipment does not have the required side yard setback of 50 feet. The first document that there's 4 documents in this packet that I handed up. The first is a Google Earth image from 2004, which shows the pool in existence already back in 2004. It's a little hard to see, so on the second page of that document is a clearer image from 2007, which there's no doubt that the pool was there as of 2007. The second document is the deed, which shows that I just purchased the property with my wife and our 2 children, June of 2024, so about 20 years at least after the pool was in place. The third document is really how we got here. As soon as we moved in, the house needed a bulkhead, so I applied for a permit, got the permit, did the work, got the final inspection, everything was great. got a rejection letter from the town saying they couldn't issue that permit for the bulkhead until we have a permit for the pool, and that's why we're here today. The last packet is probably the most important, the last item in this packet. This is a quarter-mile radius of my home, showing comparable pools that I was able to find just by a quick search. There were others, I didn't put all on there, but as you can see, the corresponding pages afterwards show the Google Map images with the measurements on them. So I'll just read down the list. 32 Anchor Drive, 30-foot setback of the pool, 22 Ensign Lane, 30 feet setback, 26 Comet Lane, 34 feet, 8 Comet Lane, 19 feet, 2 Burns Lane, 29 feet, 2 Ensign Drive, 33 feet. Sorry. 2 Ensign Drive, 33 feet. 2 Admiral Roll, 5 feet. 28 Ensign Drive, 32 feet. 1 Jomar Place, 35 feet. 2 Ocean Avenue, 34 feet. 30 Ocean Avenue, 39 feet. 64 Clinton Place, 33 feet. 66 Clinton Place, 32 feet. And 70 Clinton Place, 39 feet. And as I said, there's various photographic evidence proving those numbers. So really, that's the only thing I have. I did speak to my neighbors. None of them seemed to voice a concern. They said they were okay with it. I just didn't know to get a consent letter that was an option. I brought my architect, my engineer here today, if there's any technical questions.
I just had a question on the pool equipment. You have a 2-foot side yard on one piece of your pool equipment. The neighbor on that side is okay with it?
Yes, he just moved in as a young family, and they said there's absolutely no problem.
Okay.
I can represent that to you as an officer of the court, but I don't have a consent, unfortunately.
Okay. Anybody else? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much.
Hearing 5, Appeal 26-115, John Garudi at 62 East Cedar Street, Massapequa.
Good evening.
Hi, raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Jeremy Jones, 30 Hetty's Path, Farmingville, New York, 11738. Good evening.
Good evening.
So we have a project it's a legally maintaining an existing addition to a home. The side yard for the one-story addition and second-story addition is at 7.7, where the required setback is 8 feet. And we have an existing roof pitch on the second floor of 2.5 instead of the required 6.
Can I see what that looks like?
This way?
So you're changing the roof pitch because of the fire, or that's the way it was?
No, it's existing. It's been there since about the
This is where the roof
60s.
pitch is, right here.
Yeah, it's on the back,
that's
you
the
can't see
back.
the roof pitch from the front, correct?
Correct.
Yep.
And if I understand,
Thank you.
behind you is a commercial lot.
Correct. Yep.
All right, anybody have any questions, want to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you. Have a good night.
You too, thank you.
Hearing 6, Appeal 26-45, Isabel Torres at 201 North Albany Avenue, North Massapequa.
Hi, raise your
Hi.
right hand, please.
Yes, Trevelli Torres. I'm Isabel's
Swear
daughter.
you in. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, I do.
Thank you. Name and address.
My name is Trevelli Torres. I'm the daughter of Isabel Torres.
Well, I'm going to stop you right there. You're a young person, you talk really fast.
I'm sorry.
We have a stenographer.
Okay, sorry. I'll slow down.
Thank you.
Okay. Yes, Chavely. So my mother bought our home in 2018, and I believe in 2022 there was a complaint with the town, and when they inspected the house, we became aware that the previous owner did a lot of changes to the house without prior permits. This includes an existing outdoor kitchen with a less setback than allowed of 1.25 feet, an existing 4 feet chain link fence exceeding the maximum 30 feet within an intersection limit, an existing 9.5 feet by 16 feet aluminum roof over exceeding the gross floor area allowed by 2%, so the total right now is 52%, an existing diving board, pool equipment, and 2.5 feet by 7 feet shed having less rear setback than permitted. And I do believe we have to amend an appeal number 96154 from 1996, which I believe involves the original variance to construct the pool. I'm not exactly sure. When I was looking through the documents, since it's very old, it was hard to read. But I do believe the original variance was just for the pool. And the equipment that was there has been there since we bought the house. So I assume it would have been part of the appeal number. But I do believe the diving board was not on that appeal. That the pool equipment was a part of the appeal number, since when they build the pool, I assume that equipment is part of it. So nothing has been moved since we did move into the house.
See the parking lot?
And also, we need to erect the 4-foot fence for the pool, which was not there prior, but I do believe that we do need to put in the fence for the pool. And I have brought my architect who drew the plans. However, he was involved in an accident last month, and so he does have trouble speaking. His mouth is wired shut, but he tries his best. So if you have any questions.
I have some questions for you, though. The fence around your pool is 1 foot from the pool.
I know.
Is that one of those children's fences, that mesh fence that people put in just?
No. Well, the fence right now, there's no fence right now. We would,
What about this fence that's 1 foot from the pool?
We proposing to install on the plans we are orders in just tell her.
it's a proposed fence.
Proposed 4-foot high, okay. They're not gonna, okay. All right, it's proposed, so it's not there. Why are you putting up a fence so close to the pool?
Isn't it for the pool? Why are you erecting the fence for the pool? Did you put it
1
in the
foot away
permit?
from the pool, it's too close.
I believe it was I know that the pool itself does have a permit. So that was included in the application because during the building application, we were told that it needed the fence.
Needs a fence, right. But I'm questioning a proposed 4-foot high picket fence set back 1 foot from the pool.
Or I believe that fence, sorry, I don't really have the site plan with me right now, but there is a fence where the AC units are. That is a picket fence. It's 1 feet from the pool. That was already existing. And there are 2 AC units. Is it to the right side?
So is that fence there to screen the AC units?
Yes, that fence. But we're proposing, since we need the fence for the pool,
To use that?
just a vinyl fence.
Yeah, it can't be 1 foot from the pool, though.
Okay.
There's no walkway, it's dangerous.
My question is, so the pool basically does cover most of the backyard. And I believe when they first permitted the pool, they had the self-closing gate to the side gate, which is, I'm not sure exactly what the feet is, but like, the pool basically covers the whole backyard. So if you go into the backyard, it's for the pool. And so if that is acceptable, we can do the
I
self-closing
can't
gate on
tell
the
you
gate.
that. I can't, a building inspector can tell you that.
Okay.
Whether or not your fence is, you have to fence that pool. It has to be safe, and it has to meet today's.
I did bring pictures
It has
of,
to meet today's safety standards.
okay.
I'm confused as to where you're putting the picket fence. You have the vinyl fence now, right?
We can't take pictures from your phone. Do you have anything printed out?
The architect was supposed to bring it, but we didn't really have anything.
So where's the picket fence going? You want to replace the vinyl fence with the picket fence?
It's screening the pool equipment.
I still can't see where this fence is 1 foot from the pool.
Here.
Oh.
You're welcome. Mark down where the fence is, that's 1 foot.
Yeah, I don't see on these pictures you gave me, I don't see where the fence is 1 foot away from the pool. I'm very confused with this.
Kathy, you should have the microphone.
So it's screening
just telling you, that's what we are proposing now, because, like you say, it's covering almost the whole side, the whole rear yard. That's the only thing that we could do. And,
This is the, over here, this is the front, this is the side of the house. Here's a vinyl
telling
fence.
me that from the building
This is
department, on
proposed,
examiner
so-
was requiring
So the examiner was requiring a fence around the pool, and it is, should I show you? Okay. Around here.
So here it's
Do you
1
understand where this
foot.
picket fence is going?
Yeah, they're replacing.
Is
I
it
believe
There's not
for
a,
the 1 foot, it's going to
wood,
be,
it's vinyl, look at the picture.
it's 5
Right
feet from
here.
here. Correct.
There's something in here.
Yes, that's-
There's something in here, like there.
So where this vinyl stops,
So that's
you're
1
saying there's
foot?
something over there.
There is.
See the
It's a wood
fence? And then this is the pool. This is the pool, this is the fence, 1 foot. And it's existing.
There's a wood
On
one.
here it says proposed, so. Proposed. So they want them to go all the way around, so they've tried to fence, but that's, you can't get out of the pool.
Yeah, but it's 4
This is a
foot
wood
high
fence, you
enough
can't
for
get
a
out.
pool?
This is all 1 foot.
It's not gonna happen.
No, you can't do it.
All right, then that's gonna be.
I'm not sure, like, as you can see from the site plan, there's no other space to put that fence in. And so since the pool was permitted before, I'm not exactly sure what they did before, or how it was accepted before, you know? We haven't changed anything from the backyard. That's what the previous owner did, and I'm not really exactly sure how else to put in the fence that is required.
I understand, I see your predicament when I looked at the,
Yeah,
but also, it's a safety reason, if somebody needs to get out of that pool.
Yeah.
Safety,
Trapped.
people need to be able to get around the pool, all around the pool. And it would be like having a 1 foot side yard on a house. If you have to get fire department equipment through, you can't. So,
So would-
we'll,
but
we'll
would-
discuss it, I,
the pool was approved before, as it was.
the pool was approved as it was, but the fence wasn't.
That's around the AC unit?
I don't know.
Because that's what I mean, which I'm not exactly sure how it was approved before. The AC units are part of the house, and so everything that was there was approved at some point. Or the AC units, even like the fence is, I believe, inches by the unit
Yeah, I
itself.
don't, listen, I don't know what happened back then when all this was
I understand.
installed.
Why do you even need any?
We'll have to go into it further.
Look at
But,
the, why would she even need that wooden fence if the vinyl goes up to the house
Yeah.
on this side?
because I'm not sure, do the pool, today, do pools have to be enclosed themselves within a fence?
But the house is enclosing the pool.
Is there a
That,
safety?
that's what I mean. That's what I mean
can
with,
use
can
the
we
house as
use
variance?
then the vinyl fence that's existing as a self-closing? Because the pool basically takes up the
Honestly,
whole
I think
backyard.
that you can, but I don't want to answer your
Okay.
question because I'm not a building inspector, but there is somebody in the town who can answer your question.
That's
There are
what,
people
that
in
is
the
what,
zoning
yeah,
department
that's
who
what I
can
always
answer your
questioned when,
question.
when I would ask about that, they wouldn't really give me a straight answer, because as you can see, there is no other space, so.
I do see that.
Yeah. I think you can, but I don't.
Yes. And there's also, we need a variance for the fence. The
That's
lot
how my
next to us
pool
is fenced in
but
as
I
well
don't
by
know
chain
if
fence.
That was 30 years ago.
And you have a safety lock on the gate?
There should
Is
be-
there one gate to your yard?
There's one gate, there's no safety lock now, but we can add it in.
How about
We'd have to
getting
put that
now,
in.
the other thing is getting from the house to the yard, you have to have equipment on your doors. You'll have to have your
Okay.
doors alarmed or whatever. That you would have to do to get a CO on that pool,
Okay,
if you took the wooden fence down.
okay.
But before you do that, I would suggest you make a trip back to Town Hall and sit down with them in zoning and tell them about this whole dilemma that you have.
I understand.
And ask them, is my fence sufficient? Can I remove that?
I understand.
And
yeah.
we'll discuss it after the meeting, whether or not to put this on reserve, because I think it has to be determined before we can make a decision.
That's one question, I mean, I know you said that you guys can't answer that question, because it's been, I think, 3 years since we spoke with the town. My mom, like, thought the case was over, because we didn't hear anything. And then out of nowhere, we got the letter saying, oh, we need to do this, and so we were like,
I
what,
can't
what else
explain
do you
that
want us
either.
to do?
I'm sorry.
Okay.
I don't work internally in the office, but this can be worked out. This is
Okay.
going to be solved, okay? All right, anybody have any other questions? We'll move this. Anybody want to be heard on this case? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you
Thank
by
you.
our office. Thank you.
Hearing 7, Appeal 26-47, Joan Tomei Deal at 31 Lillian Place, Farmingdale.
Raise your right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes,
Your name and address, please.
yes. Joan Tommy O'Deal, 31 Lillian Place, Farmingdale, New York.
Thank you.
Welcome. Good evening, everyone. I'm here regarding the variance for an extension on the fence and shed around the property. The property is a corner lot with limited usable yard space. The yard has a L-shaped layout with an in-ground pool on one side and a 7-inch step across the other side of the yard, which creates limitations for the placement of the shed and the ability to reasonably use the side yard. The property does not have a garage, making the shed necessary for basic storage, and its placement is designed to minimally impact the corner layout where the fence is existing. The fence and shed were positioned where they are to allow for reasonable privacy and safety around the pool area and make functional use of the side yard. The fence extension is approximately 6 feet past the house line and remains modest and low impact. The fence and shed do not obstruct light, access, drainage, or sight lines, and they do not create any safety or land use impact on neighboring properties. They also do not create any vehicle or pedestrian safety concerns. Aside from one complaint, no additional complaints from the neighbors. I have a letter from my abutting neighbor who's confirming no objections, and all other neighbors have agreed to sign whatever is necessary to provide similar confirmation. I have some photographs if you need as well. This variance represents a minimum variance around a corner property, and I appreciate your approval and hearing me out tonight.
Can you see this, Kathy?
I did. I was to the property, and there is no site issue.
Yeah, I was as well, no sidewalk.
Okay.
You were there, too, yes.
No sidewalk.
All right, great. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Yes. Come on up, sir.
Good evening. My name is Christian Sansevier.
I'm sorry. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
I do.
Your name and address.
Christian Sanseviero, 11 Chester Lane, Farmingdale, New York.
Spell your last name?
Sanseviero. All right, so basically, I'm the only neighbor who would be impacted by this because the shed is directly in my sight lines. It's an obstruction. The shed was in the backyard for 21 years, okay? And then they made their backyard bigger with the expansion of the moving out their fence. I didn't make a phone call or object to that. And then shortly after that, I woke up one morning and the shed was moved. So basically, when I go out on my front porch, I had a view down to the corner. It was 350 feet down to the corner. Now, when I go out on my porch, I see 25 feet to a gray plywood shed that's too tall for me to even see over. So I have photos. You know, this is something where I don't think there's anybody that would be happy about this. And I'm the only person that would be impacted by it, so I'm the only person that would complain about it.
Is this the
I
shed
also
that you're
brought
talking
photos.
about? This one?
Yeah, but this is, I got photos.
Okay, sir. Can I hand him up? Yes, sir.
So you can see my dilemma.
So you're saying they moved the shed?
Yeah,
closer to the property?
the shed was in their backyard. That exact shed was behind, you know, because the fences used to meet. My 4-foot fence and their 6-foot fence connected, and I could see straight down. Then they moved the fence, but I could still see over the fence from my stoop down to the corner, so I didn't object to that. And then one day, the shed was slid all the way into the corner, and no longer could I see down the corner. I just see 25 feet to a T11 plywood shed with a old roof. And, you know, this was not, I wasn't consulted, it just showed up there. So this is an old shed that was in their.
When did this happen?
That happened it happened probably 2 or 3, maybe within the week before I called and lodged the complaint. I don't know the exact date.
Oh, so
But if look-
so you complained, and then that's why?
I complained,
this
yes,
is
I
all
complained
happening?
about the shed, all right? And I asked, are you allowed to do that? And, you know, the people in the town of Oyster Bay said, no, you're not allowed to do that. So, you know, they also said you aren't allowed to do the fence. I didn't object to the fence, all right? But once the shed showed up there, you know, it's just ugly, and I can't see over it.
Where was the shed before?
The shed was in their backyard, further north. So they moved it south into the corner where they're,
Where are those pictures?
How far do you think they moved it?
they moved it, I don't know, 8 feet, 10 feet?
And if it went back even with your
I want her to
fence?
see these pictures.
Or if they put something there
the
that was.
arborvitae's, if it went further, a little further back, let's say
Yeah.
4 feet, would that take it out of your sight line?
You know, if it went back, to the fence line, then it would
Want
be
me to
out of
look
my
at
sight
these?
line, absolutely. Then it would be back in their
No?
backyard rather than being
Okay.
in my front yard.
That's fine. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Something- Yeah, Yeah, I got it.
Ma'am, would you like to come back up? I wanted you to see those pictures because they're part of the evidence.
Okay.
She wants to see them now. I have to tell you, I don't blame him for being upset about that.
Residential zoning does not guarantee preservation of personal views.
I
or
understand
aesthetic-
that. You put a shed out in the front yard.
But I don't have any space in that yard, and we don't have usable space. So because of the corner property and the layout and being on
But
that
that
L.
shed was in a different place.
Yes, but I have kids who use the pool, and they need privacy, and I have no place else to go because of the side yard. So we just moved it over to have some place to sit.
Okay.
I think your neighbor wouldn't be concerned if you pushed it back to that fence line, which is probably about 4 feet.
The problem is that 7-inch step prevents us from doing that because it was all the way over past the 7-inch step, but that 7-inch step is in the way, and it prevents us from having any usable yard on that side.
What's the step for?
The step was there, it's a step down into, like, I guess they tried to separate, but it's a step. It's an actual step up and step down, so that prevents me from moving it any other place, and it prevents me from having any usable space if I move it back. The problem is I don't have a yard.
All right.
I don't see a step
Yeah,
on,
where's-
I don't see a
It's on the
step-
one, there's a picture provided.
Oh, we didn't see it. See, this is the step here.
To step up or step down from the shed? I guess maybe that dark line is a step?
Can the shed go back to where it was?
Then I don't have any
Yeah.
yard space at all. Then I don't get to use that part of the
And
yard.
you put the pool in after you moved
The
the
pool
shed?
was there with the house,
Okay.
and there's a CO and everything.
Yeah.
There's a fence that goes around the pool that restricts that
So
whole
You
area.
could still move it back
Yeah,
something.
I mean, I see it, it's probably what, a 4-inch rise?
Over the fence.
No, the step,
The step. Oh, sorry.
It was 7 inches.
7-inch?
But how many foot is the shed from the step? Do you know?
Yeah, I don't know that. It's about
Yeah, it used to be there.
eight, it was, I was trying to get more space to give
Yeah.
my teenagers privacy because of the pool. There's no other space in the yard.
So you can do what you wish, but the shed was inside that fence line and
No, the
cleared
shed
that
was
step
up. The shed.
before you moved it.
No, the shed was up on that platform. We moved it to have some
Well, what if
space so
she
we
moved
can
it
use
back
the
to
yard.
step?
She can.
I mean, it's gotta be a few feet. You don't need a lot.
Okay. Anybody else wishing to be heard on this? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Hearing number 8, Appeal 26-27, Miguel Pinon at 149 10th Street, Bethpage.
Tom Saltucci on these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address.
Good evening. My name is Cole Gartmayer from Long Island Perfect Permits, 124 Front Street, Suite 205, Massapequa Park, New York, 11762. An agent representing Miguel Pinon, owner of 149 10th Street in Bethpage, New York, Section 46, Block 21, Lot 20. This property is in an R16 zone. An application was filed to maintain an existing shed, window wells, and a finished basement. The existing metal shed, window wells, and finished basement did not comply with Zoning Board of Appeals decision number 60-514 dated August 4th, 1960. We are here tonight to request an amendment from the specific decision, specific plan decision 60-514. The existing metal shed does not have the minimum required rear yard setback of 3 feet. The current setback is 2 feet. The home was purchased in January of 2021, and the shed was existing at the time.
And that's your story.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? None. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
You too.
Hearing number 9, Appeal 26-41, David Camellia at 34 Maple Avenue, Bethpage.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale. Represent Mr. and Mrs. Camella, 34 Maple Avenue, Bethpage. Have some photos, consent letters for the board. Homeowners are seeking a variance to maintain a shed not having the required side yard setback of 3 feet, maintaining a 1.5-foot side yard setback. The shed is under 100 square feet. It's under 10 feet tall. When Mr. Camella had this built, the contractor checked with the town. He was told if the shed was under 100 square feet, no permits required. They didn't tell him about the setbacks. Placing the shed to maintain a 3-foot side yard setback would be an extreme hardship, as the pool heater and the generator are on that side of the house and there is no room. The shed is for storage only of pool equipment. There's no gasoline stored in the shed. The gutter on the shed has been diverted, so the water runoff is diverted onto the homeowner's property. The shed was custom-made, and the siding matches the existing house, and it has a cement base. The neighbor across the street has an identical shed. Sheds like these are quite common in this area and not out of character in this neighborhood. We do have consent letters from 5, 21, 25, and 48 Maple Avenue, and 21 and 23 Sycamore Avenue, and 10, 12, 30 Lincoln Road. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition and has always been well-maintained.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion? The public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Hearing number 10, Appeal 26-36, Isaac George at 48 McKinley Avenue, Hicksville.
Tom Saltucci on these proceedings.
I do.
Your name and address, please.
Robert Milsetic Architecture, 150 Woodbury Road, Woodbury, New York.
Thank you, sir.
Good evening, members of the board. I'm here representing the owner, 48 McKinley Avenue in Hicksville, New York, Section 12, Block 243, Lot 33, Mr. Isaac George. We're here this evening to respectfully request approval of 2 variances associated with a proposed second-floor addition. The property is located within the R16 zoning district on a 5,181 square foot lot. The first is the variance for maximum allowable building coverage. The maximum allowable building coverage for this lot is 1,450 square feet. The existing dwelling occupies 1,352 square feet, and the existing plastic shed at 63 square feet, for a total of 1,415 square feet. The proposed improvements include 2 small front yard cantilevers and a roof over the existing masonry stoop, increasing coverage by 107 square feet total. So this total brings you up to 1,522 square feet. This exceeds the allowable coverage by 72 square feet. We are therefore requesting a variance to permit the 29.37% coverage where 28% is allowed. Second is for a variance for the maximum gross floor area. The maximum permitted gross floor area for this lot is 2,331 square feet. With the proposed second floor addition, the total gross floor area will be 2,727 square feet, exceeding the allowable amount by 395 square feet. Other than the modest 23 square foot cantilever, the second floor addition is fully aligned with the existing building footprint. We believe the proposed improvements are consistent with the character and scale of the surrounding neighborhood and will not negatively impact the adjacent properties. Mr. George has owned this house since 2005 with the intention of making his long-term residence, so the additional habitable space provided will be greatly needed. So we respectfully ask the board for review and approval of this application. Happy to take any questions.
I have none. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Good evening, thank you. Bye.
Hearing 11, Appeal 26-37, Edwin Villalobos at 87 Benjamin Avenue, Hicksville.
Hi. Raise your right hand, sir. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings? Your name and address, please.
My name is Edwin Villalobos from 87 Benjamin Avenue. This is my wife here, and my wife Sandra. And I have the architect here that he's helping me to talk about the situation that we have, so. it's-
Well,
Who's going to
well,
speak?
yeah.
He's gonna speak for me.
Yeah.
Okay, come on up, sir.
All right.
Can I just swear you in also, please?
Sure.
Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Great, and your name and address, please.
Frank Lauria, Lauria, 311 Claflin Boulevard, that's CLAFLIN Boulevard, Franklin Square, 11010.
Very good, sir, thanks.
All right, here on behalf of Edwin, obviously my name is Frank Lauria. We request area variances for the existing residential property at 87 Benjamin Avenue. We understand that there's various dimensional violations that were identified by the building department, and we respectfully submit that the requested relief can be granted without creating a substantial negative impact to the surrounding neighborhood. Most of the variances related to this property is an existing deck, an above-ground pool, an accessory shed, the roof overhangs and the eave projections, as well as the pool equipment location. Most of these items are minor architectural encroachments, such as the roof overhangs and the gutters and eaves. This will not create additional occupancy or density, traffic, or intensity of use for the property. In addition, many of these conditions have existed for a substantial period of time without creating known adverse impacts. Edwin's owned the property since 1997. Property continues to function as a single-family residence and does not intensify the residential use of the property. The application does involve building coverage as well, rear yard coverage, and gross floor area variances. The overall character of the property remains consistent with the surrounding neighborhood and the existing pattern and development. The requested relief is primarily associated with the existing conditions. No improvements were made during the time that Edwin has owned the property.
So all of this occurred before 1997?
Yes. And, Edwin's willing to cooperate with, reasonable changes if need be. And we just, request approval to the various
Well, there's a lot here.
There is.
And when I see zeros to the property line, that's a problem. And we have a deck that goes, I saw it, go right up to the property line.
Correct.
How high is that deck? How many feet off the ground?
Approximately 4 feet.
Okay, so you have a 4-foot deck, so with a 6-foot fence, you now have a 2-foot fence. That's a problem.
Excuse me?
Go ahead.
The deck is 3 feet high.
3 feet.
Still a problem. Now you got a 3-foot fence. Go ahead.
No, that's it.
All right, well, that's just something, and then you have pool equipment right up to the property line. It's a lot. Those are just my comments. Anybody have any questions?
Yeah, I mean, why don't you talk to us about what you're willing to do with that deck, if anything? You said you're open to reasonable accommodations, we're listening.
I just want to follow your instructions. You tell me what should I do, and I just follow. I don't want to interfere any problem with the neighbors, which I get along with all the neighbors around it. I never had a problem with them. So even though I told them that, we sent them a letter saying that if they have any complaint, they can come, but everybody's happy with that. We live there since 1997, so we have a good relationship with them.
Then this will be discussed with my colleagues at voting time, but there's just too much going on here. All of this built prior to 1997 with no permits. We have extensions, we have a pool, we have pool equipment, nothing with permits. All right, anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you, Board.
Thank you very much.
Good night.
Hearing 13, Appeal 26-55, Binder Singh at 6 Berkshire Road, Hicksville.
Yeah, we'll discuss that. Hello.
Good evening, members of the board. Nirav Patel, 16 Crescent Drive, Albertson, New York, 11507. Appearing as attorney for the homeowners at 6 Berkshire Road in Hicksville, New York. This application with the building department is for a proposed second-story addition to an existing home that my clients have been living in since 2017. They're looking to add a second floor above the footprint of the first floor. They currently have 3 bedrooms. They're looking to move those bedrooms to the second floor and have a total of 4 bedrooms in the house, 4 bedrooms, a total of 4 bathrooms in the house. And we're seeking relief with regards to the front yard setback. The requirement is 25.07 feet. We would seek 2.07 feet of relief in order to put the second floor directly on top of the first floor. Likewise, for the side yard setback, where the requirement is 8 feet, we're proposing 5.9, 2.1 feet of relief. Same thing to stack the second floor wall directly on the first floor wall, the existing first floor wall, excuse me. And lastly, the lot coverage. Right now, the existing lot coverage is 24% of the property.
We have 20. No, that's proposed. 25 is required, so
25 is-
it's at 24 now?
It's 24 now, and
Okay.
we're looking to put 26.23, so seeking relief
Well,
of,
that number's different on ours, too. We have 28.3.
just a minute,
From 25 to 28.3.
28.3,
That's what
yes.
we have.
Oh, I'm sorry, yes, I misspoke, so
Okay.
3.3%.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm here to answer any questions with this
So
application.
if we understand you, the footprint is not expanding to the front nor the side, correct?
Not more than what it already is.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
it's
going
gonna
up.
sit right on top of the existing walls of the first floor.
Says no is because they didn't have the decision yet, because they didn't have the findings. So it has been scaled back significantly.
Okay. Yep, thank you.
If I may add, I have 2 letters of consent from either neighbor on 10 Berkshire Road and 2 Berkshire Road.
Excellent. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Anybody else have any questions for this applicant? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a good night.
I knew he was gonna come back.
Next is.
Wait, hold on one second.
Number 12 was postponed. It was postponed. We announced it in the beginning. Number 12 was postponed. The mailing wasn't done.
It's gonna be what?
It was postponed. The mailing wasn't done.
Oh, really?
Yeah, on number 12.
They send it like
The mailing wasn't done, sir.
certified.
Yeah. The certifieds were not done. We left messages and no one returned the calls. You did not do the certifieds. None of the receipts were filled out. Laura left you 3 messages, said it had to be returned to you. The mailing wasn't done, ma'am. She called yesterday, told you it had to be in yesterday by 12, and no one returned the call. Laura from the office. You didn't give us any of that. You didn't hand any of that in with the mailing notice. We called you for it. Had to be in by Tuesday. Had to be in by Tuesday. It says it on the instructions. We called and left messages. Sorry. I'm sorry, there's nothing I can do. It's already been postponed. Is this a sidebar?
Ma'am, we
Sorry.
can't,
Sit
ma'am, you're
down.
holding up the whole meeting. We
Yeah.
cannot
Yeah,
have your
then I
hearing
can do it.
tonight. Call the next hearing, please.
Okay, hearing 14, Appeal 26-21, Naveen Nagaraja at 69 Main Parkway East, Plainview.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale, New York. Pass out some photos for the board. Representing the homeowner of 69 Main Parkway, Plainview. Mr. and Mrs. Najin are seeking a variance to maintain a 6-foot-high PVC fence and a 6-foot-high wood fence exceeding the height, and to amend decision 24-570. This property is on the corner of Main Parkway East and Mill Lane Place. There was a prior variance for a 6-foot-high fence, and that was approved. When the new survey was obtained, the location of the fence has changed. It is slightly closer to Mill Lane Place. It's still over 37 feet back from the intersection, and I've taken many photos from different directions showing it doesn't pose interference with traffic from either direction. There are other 6-foot-high fences on corner properties in the immediate area. There's one directly across the street. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition and has always been well-maintained. This is a new house.
There is a sightline issue with the neighbor's driveway.
That white fence is actually the neighbor's fence coming down. So the applicant's fence is the brown one. And there was a prior variance, and that location didn't change. That fence was granted before. It was bringing it up closer to Mullane Place that changed.
So the white fence that's parallel with the driveway?
Yeah, that's
is
the neighbor's
is the
fence, yeah.
neighbor's fence.
Yes, correct.
And that's on a variance, or you had a variance on your side?
That's the neighbor's fence. The brown fence, we had a variance for last year or 2024.
My other concern is it's really probably close to 9 feet, because it's from ground level there, because there's this retaining wall.
There's a change in the topography. That wall was existing, and again, that fence was approved. There was a permit for it, there was a variance granted, it was just pushed up closer, and actually the dimension where it's closer is less in height.
So the prior variance allowed what? Forgive me.
Fence having greater height than required on a corner, you know. It was just the location of the fence changed in the front there.
The front of the house, not the side of the house? There we go, thank you.
The fence was brought closer to Mullane Place. So the one on Main Parkway was the same location, it was just extended about 8 feet closer to Mullane Place. And actually, here's a copy of the approval, and it was Board of Appeals stamp. That was the prior variance.
So we approved it.
We approved it.
So it's a little closer to the...
Front of the house.
The front of the house, yes.
Got it.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 15, Appeal 26-32, Brett Jacobson at 95 Cypress Drive, Woodbury.
Oh, no, I know. Yeah, that was postponed. We announced it at the beginning of the night, so.
Oh, they did?
Yes.
I didn't hear that.
Yeah, sorry. we didn't-
So what's gonna happen?
You're gonna get a new notice.
Thank you.
They didn't do the mailing correctly, so. I'm gonna swear you in. Raise your right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Name and address, please.
Nicholas Capucci. I work with Todd O'Connell Architects, 1200 Veterans Highway, Suite 120, Hopog, New York. Good evening, Chairwoman, members of the board.
Good evening.
I do want to submit some stuff up front. I do have letters of consent from the neighbors. The property that we are in question is 95 Cypress Drive in Woodbury. That's what our subject property. I have letters of consent from 93 Cypress Drive, which is next to our property, 90 Cypress Drive, which is across the street, and 10 Fox Meadow Court, which is next to our property. We are on a corner property.
Thank you.
Also with that, I included a prior BZA decision that it looked like that was on this property. Prior BZA decision, it looks like it was from 1990, correct, yes. Also, I do have photographs and some other documents I'd like to just submit. I only have 4 packages. So we started with this project. It was a permit to do an interior alteration with this house. This house is a 1-story house with a basement. While we were doing this interior alteration, they started to go to the exterior of the dwelling and do some renovations to the exterior. There was an existing deck in the rear. That deck was wood. It was damaged or not up to par, so they removed the deck and they built a concrete patio. This concrete patio extended a little further than the previous deck, which is kicking us to the variance today, which is a rear yard setback. The rear yard setback we are looking for and requesting is a 62.5 feet setback when 100 foot is required. The property is in a R1-1A zone, which does have those large setbacks. The house as it exists today is non-conforming. It does not meet those setbacks as it sits there today. And then also along with this is the front yard covered porch. The front yard covered porch, as you can see with the photographs I gave you, is an existing porch that they just refinished. We did not change the depth or the size of that porch. We just refinished that porch in the front. I did give and hand in a cost estimate from the contractors of what it costs to design and build that porch in the back, just to give a little hardship of, I guess, if it was to be removed, what it would be. Any questions from the board, I'll be happy to answer.
It's beautiful.
Yes, yes, it came out
I have
very
no
nice.
question. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Good night.
Hearing 16, Appeal 26-49, Jason Portnoy at 7 Clear Meadow Court, Woodbury.
I do. Salvatore Koshia, permit to us, 338 Jericho Turnpike, Syosset, New York, 11791. Good evening, Madam Chairwoman, members of the board.
Good evening.
I'm here on behalf of Mr. Portnoy, who is looking to legalize a pickleball court, a shed, and a hot tub, all requiring a 20-foot setback. The pickleball court has a 4.3 setback, the shed holds a 2.7 side yard setback, and the hot tub a 6.1 foot setback. With the exception of the shed, these items have been there for approximately 20 years and prior to my client purchasing the home, and the shed's been there for approximately a year and a half to 2 years.
And when did the pickleball court go in?
Bare minimum, about 20 years ago.
It wasn't even invented 20 years ago.
It was there.
Was it a tennis court?
It could have been a tennis court, but we're gonna call it a pickleball court right now. That's what it's filed as, that's what we're gonna call it.
That was not a tennis court.
Well,
No.
it's a court. I mean, it needs to be replaced and removed, but it's still there. And it's also set back 120 feet from the property, so about 200-foot deep property. So the hot tub and the pickleball court
I
are,
don't think it's the front yard you're having problems with.
No, we're not having a
Pickleball
front
court is
yard.
4 feet on the side yard.
yes, it
That's
is.
next,
side yard
that's
you have a
very
problem.
close to the neighbor.
Yes, and I'm also aware of the neighbor next door, which from my understanding, none of them had any objections. I actually know the neighbor next door, so.
She has a problem with it. Because
The
it's
husband
noisy.
doesn't. Okay.
It is noisy.
You say it has to be removed?
In my opinion, it should be removed. It needs to be redone. It's been there a very long time.
So then it wouldn't have a problem moving it to a better location?
I don't know if we can relocate it to a better location. However, we will take a look. Let me see. Let's see. Well, the only option they have is either further back or a little bit off towards the middle. I mean, we don't have much of an option here. Can't meet the 20-foot setback. It'll be right, pretty much right on top of the pool. So I'm open to suggestions.
Lois? You want the left?
Yeah, I saw this, thank you.
All right.
Well, in fairness-
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? I'm sorry,
I was gonna say, in fairness, the letter is not written from the abutting neighbor.
it's not.
Nope.
Yeah, I,
Two over.
One away.
okay. I was just saying, because I know him, so.
Okay.
I personally asked, so, and it was a while ago. I represented the neighbor on a different case in front of the
Okay.
court.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
That letter, other than that,
You wanna read the
I'm gonna read it into the record, yeah. And we do have a letter from a Carol Nevin of 3 Clear Meadow Court, Woodbury, New York. In regard to this matter, I protest the construction of a pickleball court as it is close to my property. As you may realize, pickleball is well-known to create a very loud noise and distracting popping noise that many people object to, and that often continues for hours on end. I would object to such noise within the ambit of my noise detection horizon.
Sorry. Okay.
So the court isn't usable now?
I mean, yes, it's usable, but, I mean, it's not proposed. It's been there. So
Let me ask you a
the
question.
letter,
Is the court lit?
no.
Did you have an issue giving us that restriction?
I have no problem with that. And I honestly don't know how she would even hear that pickleball court. I mean, they don't even use it really, but but yes, I have no objection to conditioning that it can't be lit. This way eliminates night playing.
Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? We have correspondence, motion.
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you very much. Have a great night.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. Amazed at the people that don't have air conditioning. Hearing 17, Appeal 26-56, Karen and John Ostrick at 1 Elm Street, Woodbury.
Good evening.
Raise your hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address.
Peter Kumproulis, spell the last name. You want K-O-U-M-P-A-R-O-U-L-I-S, employee at Oyster Bay Drafting and Architecture at 68 West Main Street, Oyster Bay, New York, 11771.
Thank you.
Good evening, Madam Chair and members of the board. I'm here before you tonight representing the Ostrick family, who seek several variances to expand their current home and legalize some structures. Our first requirement is to maintain and propose a 4-foot-high chain-link fence along Avery Road within 30 feet of the intersection. This fence possesses no visibility issues for the vehicle and pedestrians traffic as it is now and it is proposed. Our second request is to permit a proposed one-story rear sunroom addition at 48.63 feet instead of the 75-foot average front yard setback, asking for 26.37 feet relief. We are simply squaring off the small northeast corner of the home in line with the existing. Our third request is to permit an attached 3-car garage and connected mudroom to be built into the average front yard setback along Elm Street of 57 feet, asking for 42.02 feet. This is due to the curvature of Elm Street and for aesthetics to create a bend and angle from the front facade. Our fourth request is to permit the same proposed garage to have a 75-foot rear yard setback in lieu of the 100-foot minimum required. This is due to the lot narrowing and irregular shape at the west side. Our fifth request is to maintain a 8x12 shed at 17.64 feet from the rear property line in lieu of the 20-foot minimum setback, asking only 2.36 feet encroachment.
How big is the shed?
8 by 12.
We got 6 by 8.
There's 2 sheds. There's one that is next to the pool equipment. Hold on.
We got it.
Oh, I have pictures too, if you want to clarify. Okay. And what were you saying? Sorry.
I just lost
You said 5. This is request 4.
minimum setback was what?
Is to maintain a 8x12 shed at 17.64 feet from the rear property line? That one? Okay, I'll continue from there. In lieu of the 20-foot minimum setback, asking only 2.36 feet encroachment. Our last request is to maintain a small 6x8 tool shed, that's the other one, to be 14 foot off the front and 12 feet off the side when 48.63 feet is required at the front and 20 foot is required at the side. This is only a prefab plastic shed not visible from the street. Any questions?
I just want to make note that it's a corner property, which the setback's a little different.
Hold on, are the setbacks, like, the
In your
front?
favor, the setbacks, because it's a corner property.
Sorry, repeat that?
In your favor.
Oh, I just want to also clarify, I don't know if you guys, there was a bit of a grammatical error on my end. I don't know if it shows on your end, but technically, on Elm Street, the setback from the proposed 3-car garage is 42.02 feet. Does it say 29 feet on your end?
No, 42.02.
42? Okay, good. So I guess the grammatical error did not go through, so that's good, because I was prepared to hand out corrections.
All right, anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Hearing 18, Appeal 26-48.
Thank you, have a good evening.
Shandeep Singh at 19 Seneca Place, Jericho.
You're still under oath, Ashley. You're still under oath.
Do you want to swear
You gonna
Eileen
speak
in?
also?
She might.
Sure.
If I have any questions or ask.
Okay, great. Please raise your right hand, please. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings. And your name and address, please.
Arlene Carr, 2 Delaware Avenue,
In what town?
Jericho, New York.
Very good. Thank you so much.
Just so it's seamless, if she needs to speak. Good evening again. My name is Ashley Lowe Chianese from Mark Anthony Architects. Our office is located at 1563 Belmar Avenue in Belmar, New York. I am here this evening to represent our clients, Chandeep and Arlene Singh, who are the owners and occupants of the subject property located at 19 Seneca Place in Jericho, New York. Their whole family is here with us this evening. They're sitting right over here, and Arlene is right next to me. We are here this evening as a result of a proposed new 2-story dwelling with basement and attached garage. This property is located in an R110 zone and has a lot size of 10,350 square feet. The proposed new dwelling does not have the minimum required pitch of 6/12, having a proposed roof pitch of 4/12. The requested roof pitch was chosen to reduce the visual impact of the residence compared to a steeper roof design that would increase overall building height, which we did not want to do, and I know you didn't want us to do it either. The proposed new dwelling and detached garage exceed the maximum building coverage of 20%, having a proposed building coverage of 23.87%, for which we are requesting relief of 3.87%. Additionally, the proposed new dwelling exceeds the maximum permitted gross floor area of 3,692 square feet, with a proposed gross floor area of 4,620 square feet, for which we are requesting relief of 928 square feet. Lastly, the proposed driveway does not have the minimum required setback of 10 feet, having a proposed side yard setback of 8 feet, for which we are requesting relief of 2 feet. Mr. and Mrs. Singh will be living in the home along with their 2 children and Mr. Singh's parents as well, making for a total of 6 people. The house will also include a room for religious prayer on the 2nd floor and an additional room for physical therapy and workout equipment for Mr. Singh's parents.
On the 2nd floor?
That's on the 1st floor. Everything for them will be on the 1st floor. They're on the bedroom in the 1st floor as well. It's in like a study. It's on page, right, what's the study? A2.
I'm sorry, how many bedrooms did you say?
So there is 1 on the 1st floor and 4 on the 2nd floor, including the master. It's the master and 3 additional bedrooms.
And
So
what's in the basement?
finished storage and a proposed mechanical room. There is a basement entrance, but no bathroom.
How high is the ceiling?
In the basement,
Yeah.
it's under 7 feet. Just give me 1 sec. 6 feet 11.
And there's no bathroom down there?
No.
Okay.
And you have an interior entrance to the basement as well?
Yes. Sorry, I lost my spot. In regard to the layout and the number of bedrooms, Mr. and Mrs. Singh frequently host their large extended family, coming in from Brooklyn, Virginia, and Maryland, especially during the holidays, but also throughout the remainder of the year. And of course, as I mentioned earlier, this is a multi-generational home. The requested relief is keeping with the evolving character of the surrounding neighborhood, and we do not believe it will produce any adverse visual or environmental impact. Mr. and Mrs. Singh met with some of their neighbors. I would like to submit 4 letters to the board in support of this project, including the neighbor immediately adjacent to the property. There's also a radius map showing where those letters of support came from.
Yeah, we should see pitch difference. Can we see elevation on this?
Yep.
Our concern is usually with basement entrances, and I'm not suggesting the Singhs are gonna be doing anything down there, but once we give a basement entrance, that invites apartments, and we have concerns about that.
I know that they do not have any plans to have an apartment down there. They're just going to be using it for
I'm not
storage.
suggesting they do. It's- Once we give it, it's there.
Fair enough. The only, actually, I'll let them look. and then- Yeah, I'll give them a second.
You know, the pitch is the pitch to get more living in there.
You said you had consent letters from neighbors?
I did. I gave 4 letters of consent in. There's also a radius map that shows, you know, where they're located in regard to the house. The only other thing I'd like to add, Mr. and Mrs. Singh have lived in the neighborhood for 20-plus years. They plan to make it a forever family home, and they respectfully request your approval. Respectfully, at least.
Of course. Anybody else have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, please. Everybody who wants to speak, please come up together, all of you. You'll all be sworn in together, and then you can speak one at a time and give your name and address.
Raise your right hand. You all promise to tell the truth during these proceedings, right? Very good. When you speak, please give your name and address for the stenographer.
Sure.
Thank you much.
David Rome, my wife's. R-O-M-E, yes, like the city. 21 Seneca Jericho Place. We live directly next door to the house, so I think we're probably one of the more directly affected by this. And we are gonna like to contest the size of the property because the typical ordinance, I think you said, is about 3,700 square feet. They're looking to build a house that we believe is just too large, being almost 920 square feet larger than the typical house in the neighborhood. I'm sorry, than the approved ordinance. They're also looking to, I believe, cross the property lines from one of the letters that we see for the driveway, and we believe with multiple violations of the ordinances that this shouldn't be allowed. The average house in our neighborhood, West Birchwood, according to my AI search, is 2,300 to 2,400 square feet, which they are building almost double that. There are several new constructions. A lot of people are knocking down the houses, and the average new construction is 3,700 square feet. There was one recently on 25 Westchester at 3,700 square feet, 7 Estego Place at 3,650, 17 Madison at 3,700 square feet, and another one on Saratoga for 3,650 feet. What they're proposing are 4,620 feet, and that doesn't include a basement, which I know isn't finished now, but I don't think anyone in Jericho doesn't have a finished basement down the road, is completely out of character and changes the aesthetics of our community. We bought, in this neighborhood because we like the fact that there's ample space between the houses, and by allowing this variance to go through, this will set a precedence for bigger and bigger houses in the neighborhood. So I believe with the 3,700 feet allowed by the town, that should be more than adequate space to house the family without negatively affecting any of the aesthetics of the community, any of the sight lines, any of having this big monstrosity of a nearly 5,000 square foot house being built directly next to us.
Noted.
Appreciate your time. Thank you.
Thank you.
Next.
Welcome to speak.
My name is Sharon Rome. I live in 21 Seneca Place, Jericho, New York. I just wanted to concur with my husband that I also contest this request. I do firmly believe that, and we've lived here since 2009. It will, in my opinion, adversely affect the aesthetics of the neighborhood and also encroach on our privacy. We do have a pool right next to them, and we do have a child as well. So I'm just considering that piece, and that's why we bought into the place, because we do like the neighborhood, and we hope that we can maintain that kind of appeal and aesthetic in the neighborhood. Thank you.
Yeah, we don't contest a new house. We contest building almost 1,000
Size,
feet
right.
above what's the norm and double, 1,000 feet above what's the new constructions currently going on right now, and almost double what the typical house in the neighborhood is. So
we want to be nice neighbors, and, you know, anything that the town says and the ordinances, we're fine with, but I think it's just putting a massive house there just is not in the best interest of the neighborhood.
Okay, thank you.
Your name and address, please.
Hi, Ting Ting Wang, Ting Wang, and the address is 18 Seneca Place. Hi, good evening. My name is Ting Ting Wang. I live across the street from this property on Seneca Place. I'm a little concerned about how big the house might be and how close it could be to the property lines. It seems bigger than what we usually see in this neighborhood. I'm also a bit concerned about privacy and how it looks on the street, since we will see it every day. I believe the existing rules are there for a reason, to protect the character of the neighborhood and a reasonable level of privacy. I'm not against building a new house. I just hope it stays within the usual limit and fits in the neighborhood. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming down. Okay.
Okay. Just to touch on a few things that were mentioned. As I said in my original speech, we do believe that this is part of the, the aesthetics of the evolving neighborhood. There are several homes that have been put up that are similar in nature. Again, we did make the house larger as a result of accommodating the space for Mr. and Mrs. Singh's parents. We made the hallways larger and everything else to accommodate, to make it ADA friendly. Originally, it was a two-car garage, and we reconstructed the house. Originally, they weren't going to be living there, and we reconstructed the house to accommodate them, which as a result did definitely make it larger. Also, I do want to mention, we do meet all the setbacks with the exception of the driveway. The house does not encroach on the side yard setbacks or the rear yard setbacks in any way. We meet all of so we're not
So
too
I
close
guess
to
the
the property
question
line.
is, are they willing to scale it down?
What you said about Jericho being an evolving community, you're absolutely correct. We get a lot of pushback because of the way that Jericho is evolving. It's a beautiful community, but I've seen some mansions in Jericho, and that's what these people are complaining about. They don't want to see it. These houses have taken on a life of their own, some of them.
Fair enough.
And probably we've approved a couple of them here and there, and now it's coming back to haunt us.
Well, and I'll say this as part of the generation who can't buy a house. I mean, part of multi-generational living is a result of the fact that it's not affordable. So I think we're going to
You're
see
right.
more and more bigger houses with people
There's
not being able
lot of
to
debate
afford it.
about
So there's,
especially on
I
Long
see it from
Island.
both sides, 100%.
Yes.
So, but
Yes.
that's, in this case, it was done so that it could accommodate the entire family.
And we will take that into consideration as we deliberate. We do understand that it is a multi-generational situation.
Of course.
So. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. Motion?
Decision.
Correspondence?
Planning Commission recommends local termination.
Public hearing is closed. The decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Hearing 19, Appeal 26-38, Chen Chen at 16 Whitman Avenue, Syosset.
Good evening.
Good. Hi, I'm Phil Truth on these proceedings.
Yes, I do.
Name and address.
Robert LaBarbera, 115 North Broadway, Hicksville, New York.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good evening. I'm here tonight representing Mrs. Chen Chen at 16 Whitman Avenue, Syosset, Section 15, Block 66, Lot 14, in Zone R17. Proposing a variance to construct a detached garage exceeding maximum building coverage than permitted by ordinance. The proposed detached garage is a 27.2% lot coverage which is 2.2% over the 25% that's allowed in this district of R17. The garage is in the back corner, complying with 3-foot side yard setbacks and rear yard setbacks. It is a 16 by 20, 320 square foot detached garage. But it also complies with the height requirement. So it's just a, very common in this area, a lot of detached garages throughout the area of Syosset, and that's what they're proposing to do.
It's not existing?
Non-existing, no.
I have on the,
There was one that was torn down, and this is a new one. The other one that was existing would have brought it very close to the new house that they built. So they tore it down, and now they have a proposed new one being pushed back further on the property,
okay.
allowing the distance between the house and the garage to be more adequate for future use and so forth.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, please.
Raise your right hand. I tell the truth during these proceedings? Name and address, please, when you speak. Okay. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Ellen Naaman Michaels.
Can you spell?
Could you please talk into the microphone so we can hear
Please
you?
get both down, there you go.
Okay. Ellen Naaman Michaels. Naaman is Naiman space Michaels. Address 14 Whitman Avenue, Syosset.
Thank you.
So I reside on the property right next to them. We have been living in this house for over 32 years. I am here to respectfully oppose the request for the variance. Basically, throughout the course of the work, this is a new build, that the house was fully demolished and rebuilt. And throughout the time, there's been a lot of ongoing concerns regarding professionalism, site management, and execution. Observable conditions on the property raised legitimate concerns regarding adherence to proper standards and respecting neighboring properties. There has been concerns regarding accuracy of surveys being relied on the support of this application based on independent survey information and observational property conditions. There appears to be inconsistencies involving property lines and placement of improvements.
Ma'am,
So,
are you in court with these people? Are you in court
not
with
yet. We are going to be, yes.
Okay, go ahead.
This is where we're going to, we have an original survey filed with the town, and we had to get an additional one just now to show them that their fence line was 10 inches on our property line, but even their survey is showing the incorrect proper placements. They have a fence that they took down still in the survey that's now signed off on, and showing that they put their new fence behind it. So that's what I'm saying, the survey, certain things are not in alignment, and that's why we got another one on the other side. They had to take down certain of their sprinklers. So basically, we just want make sure they have the accurate dimensions of all the information, because we feel that, before this should be granted, they should know exactly the proper property boundaries. This is also a concern about approving the request that would establish undesirable precedents within the neighborhood. This house is already big, and they should have decided this before, seeking a variance before building the house that they built.
So there's a fence in between your property and their property?
No, I had an existing fence up for the 32 years that I was there. There was a chain link fence up there.
Yeah.
And when their survey came in, the survey guy came in the day before they put the fence up. We never got any notification of any of this. And the day that they were putting the fence up, their contractor came to our house and said that our sprinklers were on their property. And we said, no, we have a survey, but we were in Florida coming home that day. My son called the police and everything, they couldn't do anything, so they said that they were just going to do what they did. So they took down the chain link fence, which was our fence, and put up a new fence 10 inches over. And in their survey, it shows that the chain link fence is still there, and they built the new fence behind it. And that's not what was done. And I have pictures to show the day that they took down the chain link fence, there's no fence there. But then the survey came back 3 weeks later to sign off on the final survey, and the final survey still shows that chain link fence is up.
So, but this garage is on the other side of the property.
I'm just saying that the whole survey,
Right.
it might not be correct, because we had to get a whole new survey showing that they're on the property line. So I don't know what the other survey company,
Yes, possession.
what they did, if that's correct or not. That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
Thank you.
Names?
Good evening. My name is William Sauberman. I live at 12 Whitman Avenue. Good evening, Chairwoman. Sauberman. Good evening, Chairwoman, members of the board. I appreciate the opportunity to speak in regarding 16 Whitman Avenue. First, I want to make it clear that this is not a personal attack against the homeowner. I respect everyone's right to improve their property. However, I do not believe this variance should be approved. One of my major concerns is the construction of an oversized detached garage in the proximity to neighboring homes. With the growing presence of electric vehicles and lithium-ion batteries, garages today pose additional fire and life safety concerns. Fire departments throughout Nassau and Suffolk County have increasingly responded to lithium-ion battery and electrical vehicle fires, which burn extremely hot, spread rapidly, and are difficult to extinguish due to thermal runaway conditions. Expanding a garage size and lot coverage closer to neighboring homes increase potential exposure risk and should a fire occur. Also, I'm concerned about the drainage and stormwater runoff. The increased coverage in impervious surfaces can worsen runoff into neighboring properties during heavy rainstorms, which has already been an issue in Syosset Woodbury areas. For those reasons, I respectfully ask the board to deny this variance application. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Did you know there was a property line dispute here?
I heard, yes. I was notified by the town about that, but unfortunately, what's in front of me, what was presented is a survey that shows clearly that this fence is on my client's property line. We're here for a garage variance, not dispute of the fence.
No, of course.
But the fence issue, once I can get proof of the other side, but after that, it's up to the lawyers. I'm not a lawyer.
And I'm not a lawyer either, and I
And
have no idea what to do here.
I cannot represent that or dispute that property issue. That's not me.
No, we're not going to dispute it here either.
Yeah. But I'm sure if there is a fence, hopefully they can resolve that. There was a chain link fence, my understanding, there was a chain link fence there, that came down. The fence was built on the inside of that towards my client's side. If that fence still was on her property, not her property, his property, I'm not aware of. I cannot testify for that. As number two, the gentleman was talking about the EV cars and the garages. This being pushed back into the far corner of the property on a detached garage can't get any safer than that, because that's as far as you can get from any of the houses. It's not up against the side of the house. It's not closer to the house. In fact, we pushed it back further from the house into the back corner.
You didn't push it towards anybody else's houses either,
No,
though, right?
exactly. We pushed it 3 feet from the property lines, and there's not, I don't know if, I have to look at the aerial, I don't have that, if there was any other garages next to it, but there should be no houses.
This house has no garage at all?
No house in the garage.
So they built a house without a garage, and now they want to build, all right.
Right, but the garage, the house complies with all the requirements, not a large house, oversized house. and the garage is only exceeding 2.2%, very small minimum ask.
A couple of neighbors have detached garages.
Oh, all over the Google map there. All those houses were built with detached garages. Some were one car, some were two car. Most of them were built in the back corner where we want to put this one. The old prior garage was closer to the house. It was like 15 feet from the back property line. Would have been obstructing the whole yard. The drainage he was talking about, this has a block driveway, not a concrete driveway. So that,
And
will
if
help.
we were to grant this variance, there would be leaders and gutters on that garage, right?
That can be, it's not required, but we can put it. That could be part of the restriction if you want to put a dry well back there.
All right.
It's a small structure.
We're gonna discuss this. We have a lot to talk about tonight.
Yes, you do.
All right, anybody else, correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you, good evening.
Hearing 20, Appeal 26-46, Durenda Singh at 25 Belvedere Drive, Syosset.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place, Farmingdale, New York. I'm representing Mr. and Mrs. Singh of 25 Belvedere Drive in Syosset. I just passed up some consent letters for the board and photos. Mr. and Mrs. Singh are seeking a variance for reconstruction of the existing home not meeting the average front yard setback. This is the only variance they're seeking. They do meet the side and rear yard setbacks, the roof pitch and height, and lot coverage and gross floor area. The homeowners are proposing a renovation on their existing home, and in the front of the home, they are proposing an open porch and enclosing the existing open porch on the house, proposing a front yard setback to the dwelling of 56.9 feet and 51 feet to the porch, where the average is 60.92 feet. I've taken photos of the existing home and the abutting home, and the homes across the street. The existing home is an original style home, and the Singhs plan on modernizing it, and it will definitely not be out of character with this neighborhood in Syosset. The homeowners have spoken to their 2 abutting neighbors at 15 and 35 Belvedere Drive, and they had no objections, and they signed a letter of support. The homeowners do live at this residence, and this construction is for their own use. They plan on living here for many years. As the photos show, the house is in excellent condition and has always been well-maintained. Never been any complaints for the town on this property.
Okay. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you.
Hearing 21, Appeal 26-52, Paul McCauley at 41 The Promenade, Glen Head.
Officer Truth on these proceedings?
Yes.
Name and address, please.
Brian Fiore, 208 North Wisconsin Avenue, Massapequa, New York. I'm hearing on behalf of Mr. and Mrs. McCauley at 41 The Promenade, Glen Head. We're requesting a variance to construct a new dwelling having less roof pitch than permitted by ordinance. And I have some photo renderings of what the house is going to look like from all different views, sides.
Thanks.
There's just one copy of
Just one,
them.
it's fine.
Yeah. So the proposed house meets all the other zoning requirements as far as the setbacks and gross floor area, lot coverage. The main house has the second story area where the perimeter roof pitches are a 9.5 on 12 pitch that slope up on all 4 sides. And then there's a middle portion where they meet that has a flat roof. The middle portion, it's got a 1/4 inch foot drainage pitch, so it's a 0.25 roof pitch. This way we can keep the house at the required height without having it look odd. Sometimes a lot of people present roof pitches at like a 4 pitch, and there's just a shallow pitch. It's not as like pleasantly aesthetically looking. So with the 9 pitches and peaks, it's got a nice steep roof pitch and a better overall design. So you can see in the submitted renderings that the roof pitches on all 4 sides, and it doesn't give an appearance from a flat roof from the ground. So when you're standing anywhere in the street, the sidewalk, you can't even tell it's a flat roof.
So the only flat roof is over the,
It's in the middle of the house, on the second story.
besides the porch?
And the roof pitch on the other, these are, they're a 6 on 12?
Yeah, they're 9.5. And then the garage side is a 1-story, so it doesn't get impacted by the roof pitch. So it's, you know, it's giving the house a more modern, balanced look and less bulk to it. So, and it's keeping it at the required height. That's pretty much it. And you can see in one of the renderings, the one that's labeled E, you could see like an aerial view of where the flat roof is.
Yeah.
Did a good job, it's a nice looking house.
Thank you.
Any questions from the board? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up.
Hi, good
Hi.
evening.
Raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
My name is Zhang Dan Dan, Z-H-A-N-G, last name D-A-N, first name.
Can you talk into the mic? Thank you.
My last name is Z-H-A-N-G, first name D-A-N. I live. D as Danny, D.
D is Danny.
Yeah. 39 the Promenade.
39.
39 the Promenade. Thank you. Dear members of the board, I'm the owner and the resident of 39 the Promenade, which is immediately adjacent to the proposed new dwelling at 41 the Promenade. I respectfully submit the following concerns regarding the applicant's request for a variance to permit a roof pitch lower than the required by the zoning ordinance. Although the application specifically concerns roof pitch relief, I believe the proposed lower pitch roof design contributes to the overall visual mass and the scale of the new dwelling. Based on the submit plans, the proposed structure appears substantially larger than the existing home and may create a greater visual impact on adjacent neighboring properties. My home at 39 the Promenade is a single-story residence. There is already a significantly taller 2-story home at 37 the Promenade on the other side of my property. The addition of another large 2-story structure immediately adjacent to my home at 41 the Promenade may create a cumulative sense of enclosure and reduce the openness currently available to my property. Given the proximity of the proposed new dwelling to my home, I'm concerned that the proposed roof configuration, building scale, and the second floor design may negatively affect my property in several ways, including reduced openness and natural light to my single-story home, increased visual bulk and the sense of enclosure, loss of privacy due to the proximity and the second-floor windows, potential long-term impact on future solar panel installation and solar access, potential drainage and stormwater runoff concerns associated with the roof design. I would also appreciate clarification regarding how stormwater drainage from the proposed roof areas will be managed and whether measures are being taken to minimize impacts on adjacent properties. I respectfully ask the board to carefully consider the cumulative impact of the proposed variance and overall design on my property and the surrounding residential environment. before granting approval. I would also appreciate consideration of whether any reasonable design adjustments could be made to reduce impacts on adjacent single-story homes. Thank you for your time and consideration.
Can I ask you a question? Did she see the pictures of the house?
We saw the layout of the house.
The plans with the.
Just the plans, did they see the actual pictures? Can we show them?
Would you like to see the pictures?
Actually, yes.
Would you like to see? Thank you. You're welcome.
What was their address?
39.
39.
Just next to the new building.
The side next to your property is
Oh.
only one story, the garage.
Okay, so only
So
one.
one story
But-
that
but-
abutting yours. So this is your property here, so this is all one story, and this is 2 stories. That's gonna be,
No, this is one, so this one, the
Right,
garage
that's
is next
one.
to our, but, I mean, your house is already moved into the existing driveway, your existing driveway. It's more close,
but that's where you're allowed
Yeah.
to build there.
yeah, it's more close to our house.
But they are meeting the side yard requirements, as they're not asking for relief on the side yards. They're only asking
Yeah.
for roof pitch.
Roof pitch.
Yes,
That's it.
yeah,
That's all they're
yeah.
asking for.
Yeah, we understand, but once the roof pitch, like, it's lower than the zoning, audience, so we just concerned about that when there's a storm warm, so maybe the water will, to our,
When he gets back up to speak, he's going to address that, but you should
Mhm.
also know that in any construction in the town of Oyster Bay, we have engineers that go out and make sure
Mhm.
that there is no runoff onto anyone else's property. That's a given,
oh, okay.
okay?
All right, thank you.
Okay,
Thank you.
please, thank you very much.
Can I submit this document?
Yes, you can.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
Is this a summary of what you said, basically?
Yes.
Very good, very good. Thank you.
Just to touch on some of those points, obviously, the side next to them is a 1-story garage, so it's not a 2-story addition, so it really isn't too invasive. And the overall design of the house, it slopes in on all 4 sides, so it actually reduces the mass and, like, overall size. You know, I do a lot of houses.
But there's going to be drainage, a leader and
Right,
gutter
of
system
course.
on the house.
Right, it's gonna pay, it's already probably been reviewed by engineering at this point.
All right,
Thank you.
correspondence,
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
motion,
Decision.
public hearing is closed, and the decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
Thank you. Have a
Thank
good
you.
night.
Hearing 22, Appeal 26-111, Bailey and Wyatt Allred at 22 Townsend Street, Glen Head.
Raise your right hand. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings.
I do.
Yes?
Yes.
Great. Name and address, please.
Vincent Lucarelli, 9 Kirkland Drive, Greenlawn, New York. 9 Kirkland Drive, Kirkland, Kirkland Drive, Greenlawn, New York. So, good evening, everyone. I'm here tonight to represent the Allreeds, who are putting an addition on their house. They'd like to put an addition on their house. They seek permission to construct a 1-story addition on the west side rear of the existing dwelling. The proposed addition is 120 square feet, and it's going to be 9.1 wide by 13 feet deep. To accommodate this expansion, the Allreeds request the following variances. So the variance to construct a 1-story addition having a less aggregate side yards than permitted by ordinance. The permitted aggregate side yard is 20 feet in zone R17. We are requesting a reduction to 15 feet for the aggregate side yard, so a relief of 5 feet. The west side yard setback is 9.3 feet, and the east side yard setback is 5.7 feet. Both side yard setbacks are existing and unchanged. The rear addition that they're adding will align with the existing west side yard setback of 9.3 feet. Additionally, there's a variance necessary for the existing shed in the rear of the house. The permitted rear setback is 3 feet for accessory buildings. The existing shed is 1.1 feet from the rear property line. We are requesting that the shed remain in place. It's a very small plastic shed, so we figured it'd be easier just to leave it as is. So since this is a rear addition, there's really no effect to the front of the house. The front stays the same. There's no undesirable change or character to the neighborhood. I think the variance we're requesting is modest and reasonable. I don't think it's because we're staying in line with the existing setback of 9.3. They're going to utilize it for a master bedroom suite, growing family. Mrs. Allreed is due very soon to have a baby. I'm not going to be done with the extension by then, but we'll set it up so that they can have a nice master bedroom suite and modify the bedrooms upstairs as necessary to provide better bedrooms. It's a terrible configuration right now. So that really is the extent of the presentation.
She's your best exhibit.
Oh, yes.
When do you do?
Next week?
My daughter's due next month, too. Anybody have any questions? Anybody wishing to be heard on this application? So I have two pieces of correspondence here that I'm gonna read into the record, if you don't mind. This one is from a James Whalen at 24 Townsend Street, Glen Head. I'm writing as an adjacent property owner to respectfully object to the variance requested for a one-story addition, which in this case functions as a second-story expansion. The proposed construction would reduce the required aggregate side yard setback and place the structure too close to my property line. The reduced setback would create a material impact on my property by diminishing light and air, increasing the sense of encroachment, and altering the established spatial separation between homes that defines the character of our block. The proximity of a second-story mass so close to the lot line would also negatively affect privacy and the overall enjoyment of my yard. For these reasons, I respectfully request that the board deny the side yard variance or require a design that maintains compliance with the required setbacks. Thank you for your consideration. And this one is from Laura Vaniello, who also lives at 24.
No, that's
Wait. Oh. Well, she's, okay. She lives at 22? No, that's. Well, anyway, her name is Laura Vianello, and she says, no?
Laura works in New York.
Oh, it's the same.
Same thing.
Yeah, sorry. That's why I was confused. Okay, never mind. One objection.
It's better than two.
He sent the letter twice.
Mailed one and emailed.
Okay.
But you're not pushing further into the side yard setback that is already there.
Yes, we're going to maintain the existing side yard setback of 9.3.
Yeah, yeah.
And it's a one-story addition, so I think he said that it might have been two-story or something, or it was going to block his light, but it won't.
Yeah.
It really won't.
We've heard it, yeah.
Right.
Okay. All right, anybody else wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office.
All right,
Thank you.
thank you
and
very
good luck
much.
to you.
Yes, good luck. Holdover 1, Appeal 25-500, Christopher Santoro at 18 Glen Lane, Glen Head.
Say it again. Great. Thank you much. Ooh, heavy. Give it to you, they're heavy. After this.
Good evening,
Swear
board
you
members.
in? You're an
Yes.
architect, right?
Yes.
I swear you in. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes.
Your name and address, please.
James Bruch, B-R-U-C-Z, from James Bruch Architects, 62 West Dover Street, Valley Stream, New York, 11580.
Thank you, sir.
You're welcome. Good evening, board members. My name is James Bruch. I am here as the architect for Mr. and Mrs. Chris and Christine Santoro. Mr. and Mrs. Santoro are with us tonight.
Good evening.
Mr. and Mrs. Santoro are the owners of the single-family residence located at 18 Glen Lane, otherwise known as Section 21, Block 220, Lot 105. We are here seeking a variance in order to construct a 37.8 feet by 49.9 feet, two-story dwelling on partial new and partial existing foundations having less average front yard setbacks, exceeding maximum building coverage and gross floor area. With regards to the less than average front yard setback of 30.4 feet, it's important to note that the existing front yard setback for the property is 24.8 feet. We are proposing a front yard setback of 21.6 feet for a difference of 3.2 feet. The reason for this relatively small increase is the need to create a proper functional garage. The existing garage measures 8 feet 11 inches wide by 16 feet 8 inches deep and simply does not function as a garage because it's too small to comfortably store a vehicle. As a result, we are widening the garage by about 5 feet for a total of 13 feet 10 inches while being careful to not encroach on the side yard setbacks. As for the length or depth of the garage, we are making the garage deeper by about 3 feet 4 inches to bring us to a total depth of 20 feet, and that's pretty much the minimum standard depth for a single car garage. So we're carefully minimizing the front yard extension to provide for a minimally functional garage. Also, I just want to point out that the front yard property line is a generous 14.7 feet from the street's edge. So even with a 3 feet 4 inch garage expansion, the proposed house is still 33 feet from the street. Due to the garage extension into the front yard, the proposed eaves and gutters appear to encroach as well. But if you were to look at the plot plan provided, we do minimize the front roof extension to the maximum 6 feet allowed by town code. If you look at the proposed rendering, the renovated house is primarily a modern farmhouse for its simple roof line, board and batten and neutral color palette with just a transitional touch of large windows, mixed materials, and some craftsman detailing. We think the entry roof detailing helps blend the garage extension into the front entry so that garage extension doesn't feel so intrusive. With regards to the increase in building coverage, it was important for us to keep the massing of the house as close as possible to the permitted building coverage. In doing so, the proposed house's mass can be similar in scale to nearby homes. With that being said, if we don't include the rear covered deck, the house's footprint is 1,746 square feet, where the maximum coverage allowed is 1,750 square feet. So the house's mass alone is less than the permitted 25% building coverage. It's also important to note that the existing house's building coverage is at 26.6% versus the proposed 30.68%. We are respectively asking for a 4.08% increase or 283 square feet. How do we get to this increase? This includes the aforementioned garage expansion, providing an improved covered front entry, and replacing the existing rear deck with a new covered deck of the same size. With regards to the maximum permitted gross floor area of 3,200 square feet, with a proposed gross floor area of 3,533 square feet, again, it was important for us to keep the massing of the house as close as possible to the permitted gross floor area. With that being said, if we don't include the rear covered deck, the house's gross floor area is 3,057 square feet. So that, again, the house's mass alone is less than the maximum permitted gross floor area. It's also important to note that although we are expanding the house, we we are omitting about 125 square feet of the second floor, and that creates a double-height atrium when you walk in. So it's taking a little back. It's actually doing a lot for sunlight, because by taking that second floor away, it's going to bring in some southern light into the first floor space. I hope our design thinking showcases that this project is not an attempt to overdevelop or sloppily develop the property, but instead is a mindful approach to respecting the town's code, respecting architecture, and the needs of the owners. Purchasing the property in 2020, this is Mr. and Mrs. Santoro's long-term home, where they plan to continue to raise their 2 young children. The proposed house includes your typical common spaces on the first floor: kitchen, dining, living, family room, garage, while the second floor has just 3 bedrooms. We're not pumping the house full of bedrooms. We're simply making the house functional, practical, right-sizing it for the family. I'd also like to note, we did explore many other options, and we've come to the conclusion that the proposed house meets the needs of the owners in reasonably improving their long-term home. As I mentioned, the current house doesn't meet their functional needs, and their current garage is inadequate. The proposed house is intended to modernize the home, improve functionality and livability. The proposed work also preserves the existing side and rear yards, while still providing a very large front yard, and it enhances the aesthetic and character of the home as well as the neighborhood. Our request does not cause any undue harm or cause any health, safety, or welfare issues, does not adversely affect or impact the physical or environmental conditions in the neighborhood, does not impede on the emergency access or intrude upon the sole rights and safety of neighbors, and for all these reasons, we are respectfully asking this variance be granted. I do have 4 personally signed letters from the 4 abutting neighbors, which I'd like to submit, expressing their support and approval of the work. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Very tasteful.
Very good, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You're very
Anybody
welcome.
wishing to be heard on this application? Correspondence?
Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision.
Public hearing is closed. Decision of the board will be forwarded to you by our office. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Have a nice evening, and happy Mother's Day.
Thank you.
I'm gonna give you the extras back
That was a
too.
good one.
You can keep them for your file. Thank you. I have one for the.
He said Happy Mother's Day.
He's a nice,
Nice.
That was nice. Beautiful.
Thank you.
Okay. Holdover 2, Appeal 25-456, Nidhi Shah at 24 Rave Street in Hicksville.
Again, for the record, Robert Schumacher, 6 Denton Place in Farmingdale. I'd like to pass up some photos for the board. Good evening. I'm representing Nidhi Shah of 24 Ray Street in Hicksville. Mr. and Mrs. Shaw are seeking a variance to maintain an accessory structure not having the required rear yard setback, exceeding the height, and to maintain 2 stories, and to maintain a bathroom, exceeding the rear yard lot coverage, to maintain an air conditioning unit not having the required rear yard setback, and a driveway not having the required side yard setback, and parking in the front yard. They are not seeking a lot coverage variance or a gross floor area variance. This existing structure was here when the Shaws purchased the home, and she was told by the old owners that it was existing also when they purchased it. It's been here for many years. There is a commercial parking behind the property and a fence around the property on the side and the rear. The neighbor's detached garage abuts the side as the photos show. There are large shrubs partly in the front of the property, partly blocking the view of the garage and the driveway. Parking on the street is very difficult, as it's a very narrow street, and the off-street parking is very much needed.
How many people are living in the house in the ancillary structure? I mean, it's,
Are there people living in that garage structure?
No, not now, no.
There's a bathroom in there.
There's a bathroom in there, yes.
it's a 2-story garage and there's nobody living there?
No,
But there was somebody living there.
I don't know about that.
Well, I have correspondence here, so I'm going to read it into the record now, and then we'll continue. I was given your email by the receptionist this is to Ms. Cloninger. I was given your email by the receptionist at the Zoning Board of Appeals. My name is Harish Jayazri, and I own 30 Rave Street, Hicksville. My direct neighbor at 24 Rave Street is trying to get a variance for an apartment she has above her detached garage. I wanted to let you know that I am opposed to the variance that my neighbor is seeking. She is pressuring me to sign a form that states I have no objection to her request, which I don't want to do, and is calling me on my phone relentlessly. The structure is an eyesore, and the tenants that she has there are not respectful. In the event I cannot attend the hearing on Thursday, I wanted to register my opposition. Thank you for your time. I can be reached at, and she gives her phone number. I'm not going to read that into the record. So, apparently there is an apartment there, and this place is disastrous looking. So we'll start with that.
There's a lot of parking there. You know, that they paved over the side yard.
The street is very narrow. I was over there the other day taking photos, and it was lined up with cars, so parking is much needed over there.
Yeah, I mean, her property is neat at first, but then it's not.
We have audience too, by the way.
Yeah, I see, we're not done yet, we'll get there. It's just a lot here. All right, anybody wishing to be heard on this application? Come on up, sir.
Hi. Raise your right hand, sir. Promise to tell the truth during these proceedings?
Yes, my name is Edward Smolczewski, Smulcheski.
Thank you.
I live at 25 8th Street. I lived there 40 years, and I knew the Myers who lived at the house before they sold it, and that was a plain garage. No bathroom, no air
No,
conditioning,
you
no
could tell
nothing.
that was added on. It looks like
And
a
there's,
mushroom.
now it's sheet rock, and there's people was living in it. They use that as an apartment.
Is it currently being used as an
And I
apartment?
saw them put the air conditioning myself.
Is it being used now? Are there people?
It's not being used now. The house next door burned down, and I guess they inspected everything. They had a big fire, and the 15 people came out of there, and they put all signs up and permits, so I guess that the permit for the bathrooms, the bathroom and the air conditioning, when they put them in, they never had permits. And the side yard, it's a side yard, they concreted the whole side yard for parking for their tenants, which is a multiple family now, from a single family to a multifamily.
Okay. And you're still a resident, and you're watching.
Excuse me?
You still live there, and you've seen this.
Yes.
All right.
When I moved in there 40 years ago, there was 9 single-family houses. Now there's only one, mine.
I'm sorry.
And there's there's more than one apartment in the house.
Thank you.
You're at 25, right? Your house address is 25?
Right here, straight across the
Thank
street.
you. Okay, that's what I wanted to do.
Thank you for coming down, sir.
Okay? Thank you.
Mr. Schumacher, I don't think there's anybody else.
The town has been in this house, and there is only one kitchen in the house. I respectfully ask if we could put this on reserve and come in with a revised plan that may suit the board's approval.
If you want to put this on reserve, that would be my pleasure. This case is on reserve, pending new plans.
Thank you.
You have correspondence?
Just the one letter, and Nassau County Planning Commission recommends local determination.
Motion?
Decision or reserve?
Yeah, public hearing is closed, it'll be on reserve.
Thank you. Have a
pending
good
new
evening.
plans. Thank you. No problem. And that's it, right?
That's it.
It's a wrap.
Is it my phone? Thank you.
I know.
Exciting. You said before, who doesn't have air conditioning? She doesn't.
That was long, right?
Your house
It was
is-
going, we were cruising. And then, yeah, and then all of a sudden, I'm like,
Yeah. Yeah.
They were cruising all right.
Well, she's gotta get the split units.
She has to get what?
The split units that you put on.
Oh, okay. They can't do central and that type of stuff?
There's no space in between
Okay,
floors.
Okay, yeah,
And it's concrete, and the house is built like a bunker.
I'll bet, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so she's having this baby in June, it's gonna be hot.
yeah.
Okay. Look.
You can't get a condition before we get our batteries set.
My parents bought an air conditioner. and my brother and I were sleeping on the floor in their bedroom.
Yes.
So we got new air
Did you
conditioners
do-
real
yeah,
quick.
right, yeah, yes.
Okay.
That's one way to do it.
Yep. Hearing number 1, appeal number 25-477. Anybody have a problem with this?
No.
I'll move it.
I'll second it.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 2, appeal number 26-35.
I'll move it.
Flo?
Yes,
Who's-
ma'am.
Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 3, appeal number 26-42.
Cabana.
Existing bathroom and accessory structure cabana.
With no heat.
No heat.
And,
That was,
yeah, and what are we okay with this application, guys? We
They
have,
don't put heat in it.
if they don't
right?
put heat in it,
yeah,
it's
no, I
fine.
would make that a condition of the
Yeah,
variance.
otherwise, I think it's okay.
All right,
yeah.
Susan, you know what to do? Who wants to move it?
I'll move it.
Flo and Lisa. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 4, appeal number 26-43.
No problem.
Yeah, okay, and I'll
That's
second
gonna be
it.
Brian and Lois, all in favor, aye, any ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 5, appeal number 26-115, John Garudi. I'll move it.
I'll second, okay.
Kathy, all in favor, aye, and
Aye.
ayes have it. Hearing number 6, appeal number 26-45, Isabel Torres.
So, do they even need a fence with the house?
So we're putting this on.
I have to look at that with, I know Tyler reviewed that. I don't know why he asked them for a fence if the whole property's fenced in. If there's an
Yeah.
area on there where it's not fenced in, maybe they just add a fence.
Because literally, the one after that, I was looking at that from.
Yeah.
I just-
Fence goes right up to the
She's
house.
got
It's
it.
basically, it's, yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if you had a,
As long as the property's fenced in, it should be fine.
I thought they changed it. Yeah, put,
Yeah.
where, yeah.
Yeah, these people shouldn't have to do that. They don't have
No.
Okay, so for new plans,
Well, they're gonna resolve the issue of whether or not they need that wooden fence that's a foot away from the pool.
I
If they
agree.
don't need it, then great.
we'll vote on it.
Hearing number 7, appeal number 26-47.
I'll move this.
Wait.
What?
That's the one with the shed that she moved,
Oh, right,
and then it's
right,
got
right.
the step up. So she should move it back at least to the step.
This is on reserve, yes? Are we reserving this?
Wait a second.
This is the one that pushed the shed out onto the front lawn? I'm not voting for
Right.
that. No way.
No.
She gonna move that shed.
Okay.
So, we can say yes to A and no to B. That's how I'm gonna vote for it.
Okay. B is in.
B is a no. That shed can get out of there.
Okay. So the vinyl fence is fine, but, now, Susan, you'll call her and talk to her.
You know what, if she has to move that shed, she's gonna move that fence too, because it's gonna look stupid.
Well, she's just extending her yard.
Yeah.
Yeah, she moved it once, she can move it again. That's
Yeah, she moved that shed, she can move it back.
Sliding down, right. So what are we asking, 4 feet, 5 feet?
It's gonna be Rita and Lois?
Okay.
You okay with that, Lois?
Yeah, okay.
Wait, what are we doing on?
We're
7?
denying B and we're saying yes to A. Because the neighbor didn't object to the fence, he can look over it, but the shed, he couldn't.
Okay, so it's you and
B is
Lois.
denied and A is granted.
Yep.
You're okay with that, Kathy, right?
Who was, yes, but who voted on it?
Oh, me
Rita
and
and
Lois.
Lois.
Thank you, sorry.
All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 8, appeal number 26-27.
De minimis, I'll move it.
Brian and Lisa. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 9, appeal number 26-41. We have 5
move it.
consents on this.
I'll move
Lois
it.
is gonna move it.
I'll second.
Lisa, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 10, appeal number 26-36. This was okay, I'll move this.
Second.
That's gonna be Brian, second, all in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 11, appeal number 26-37.
Maybe a start, it's a lot.
Yeah, he's, do we wanna dissect this now, or do we wanna let him come back and tell us what he's gonna do? Because he's not getting all of this. First of all, the deck against the
Take the deck
fence, no deck. And so it's hard to, you're gonna have a real hard time with this if we do that.
If you do what?
Allowing him to come in? No.
Well, I have a problem with anything that's less than a foot from the property line, so that's the deck, and then the pool equipment. And then, and the deck again,
Right, because then it makes the fence a 3-foot fence.
yeah. So I don't know, I don't really know how to do this. What is the pool equipment that's existing, roof over attached garage?
You know, we gave them an opportunity to suggest edits.
Yeah,
Their position was, we can suggest them, that's not kind of.
Right, he didn't want to,
He did, yeah.
you wanna deny the whole variance?
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how we.
Or do you think we should just go back and say, come up with something, this is too much, come up with
well,
something?
by denying it, that's what they're going to do, right?
Well,
But then they
If they have to start all over.
they have to start all over again.
Yeah.
Start all, I mean, completely all over.
Yeah, yeah. If
Okay,
they
here's
could-
what, here's
It's
what.
up to you, I mean, you can do
Yeah,
whatever
give
you
them a
want.
chance. You wanna give them a chance.
Here's what I would suggest. We put it on reserve, and you tell him,
Come up with a better plan.
come up, get everything away from, let's get away from the zero property line. Let's start with that.
Shrink some stuff down, lose something here
The
wherever you
deck
can.
is absolute, tell him to lose the deck. That's a given. And also, the pool equipment is gonna have to be moved, and I know that's an expense, but I don't care.
Okay.
Yeah, it's not a big expense.
Okay, reserve.
All right?
Yep,
Fair enough?
Yep.
Okay. Hearing number 13, appeal number 26-55.
Going in the existing footprint.
Yeah.
I didn't have a problem with it.
And Flo and Brian?
Yeah.
I'll move it.
All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 14, appeal number 26-21.
I'll move that.
Lois will move that. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 15, appeal number 26-32. This was okay, right?
Yeah.
Circular driveway.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll move it.
All right, Kathy will move it. I'll second it. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 16, appeal number 26-49.
Pickleball that Brian suggested,
Yeah,
no lights.
it's gonna, yeah, I mean, I think we should do no lights. I mean,
You just want to say no lights?
yeah, the neighbor that's complaining is far away, so even if
Right,
we
house
make her
away.
move this, it's not gonna resolve her issue.
It's just an issue.
I think we're
She's-
gonna come into these issues more and more, being honest with you,
Yeah.
but on this one,
Yeah, I agree, yeah.
you know.
All right,
I
so,
also wonder, because, I mean, noise bothers you when you sleep. If otherwise,
Right,
it's not
to me,
really
it's- yeah.
intrusive. Who doesn't I mean, these neighbors don't have air conditioning? I mean, when you think about it.
Who has the windows open?
Yeah, I mean, nobody has the windows open. Maybe some people.
some
nice
people
friendly
have
people-
higher tolerance to noise than others. I can't stand mouth chewers, but I can't avoid them. Right? Okay.
That's an interesting
So,
one, okay.
yeah, Brian's gonna move it.
Yep.
I'm gonna second it, and that's gonna be with no lights.
Got it, condition.
Yeah, that's a good idea, I think.
All right. Hearing number 17, appeal number 26-56. This fence was okay, right?
Yeah, this is a.
Three-car garage. We did have
I don't a
opposition to
problem with
this.
it. I'll move it.
Yeah? Flo?
Yeah, I'll move it.
I'll second it.
Kathy will second. All in favor? Aye. And ayes have it. Any opposed? Yeah, ayes have it. That's it. Hearing number 18, appeal number 26-48.
So this is, you know, multiple neighbors out, right? Character of the neighborhood is a real concern.
Just got to scale it down.
But
Yeah.
new construction, right, is fine, but it doesn't always have to be very, very large construction.
No. And there are things that they can,
Scale down.
yeah. So this is gonna go on reserve, I think.
Scale down.
Yeah. They gotta do something.
Really scale down.
And actually, when we do that, we're doing them a favor, because we deny.
Or you,
Yeah, that's another, we don't want to give anything. You know, this is another thing, the opportunities to mitigate that weren't taken.
Well, we didn't bring it up during the hearing, and they're not asking for it, but they are asking for a lot. So they've got to scale this back.
Yeah, okay. I'll talk to Ashley.
That's it.
No,
They
I brought
just-
up the cellar entrance. I think.
Oh, you did?
I did.
yeah, he did.
Yeah, but they didn't. Like, yeah. Yes. All right, they got it scaled back. Hearing number 19, appeal number 26-38.
Yeah, we had some neighbor complaints, but the truth of the matter is, they're permitted to do the detached garage. They're not.
Oh, yeah.
It's not, they're not asking for a lot.
The argument about the
It's
the
2.2%.
fires.
It's de minimis.
I'll move it.
Well, wait, whoa, but
If
we
they're
also, but we have knowledge that there is a property line dispute between these
Oh,
families.
that's the one,
That's-
yeah.
But where would that fit in? That's,
Well,
it would be
you're an
adverse
attorney and you're an
possession on the other
attorney,
side
so
of the
let's hear
property.
it, because I don't know what to do here.
It's on the other side. The property line dispute that.
Is
that
on the
one
other side?
complained of has nothing to do with.
Right, so if they, let's say the neighbor wins and he picks up a foot or 2 foot.
He's not gonna have to move the
That
garage?
has to do with the other side.
Okay, I'll move it.
Second.
You concur, Miss Christie?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And who seconded, Brian?
Oh,
Who seconded it?
Fine.
I don't.
I will.
Brian.
Okay, you got it.
All right.
Okay, got it.
Hearing number 20, appeal number 26-46. Oh, this
Well,
was,
Split rack, yeah, this is fine.
yeah.
I'll
You want to
move
move it, Flo?
Yes.
And Lisa will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 21, appeal number 26-52.
That's with that flat roof.
I'm moving this.
I'll second.
Flo will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. Hearing number 22, appeal number 26-111.
So the extension that he's putting on is in line
Right.
with the side of the house now, so.
Right, but what the
like Brian
neighbors
said,
are saying.
Maybe they changed the.
No, what the neighbors are saying is that the house originally had a screened-in porch, that it was later enclosed, and now it's permanent, so he's building upon, am I right? I did read that. And so he's building on top of this what once was a porch but is now a closed-in room, and they're saying he's violating the side yard by building over that porch. It's not a real room. I thought that's the way I read it, but I could be
Well,
wrong.
if the footprint exists.
She said it was,
The footprint exists.
If the footprint exists, he's just he's not expanding the footprint to the side yard.
he's not.
Closed-in porch still has to have a side yard setback.
Right. He's staying with the side yard. I'm not saying that they're moving out, but the lady is saying that they had no right to build this porch, and now they're using it as part of the wall. There, that happened. What do you want me to say? I'll move it.
I'll second.
Lisa will second. All in favor, aye. Any ayes have it. That's it, no
I don't
opposed.
understand why they're saying, why they even mentioned the side yard, that's why I'm confused. I agree.
That's
that they-
why. Because she said, she was saying
Why
that,
does he need a variance if it already goes that far?
Because you're building on top,
Second story.
second
No,
story.
it's one story.
One story.
no, he's building a second story on top of that
Variance
room.
construct one-story addition having less aggregate side yards, blah, blah, blah.
Proposed two-story dwelling
No,
on a parcel new and.
one-story addition.
Unless they change the
Unless they
code.
change the setback
Like-
rule.
like-
No, it's a one-story addition.
There's a square off.
Right, they were
Square
just,
off.
right,
Right.
there was a middle piece that
Correct,
they were
it's
gonna.
square
Right.
Off the back house.
So why does he need a variance?
Correct, because the side yard,
Maybe square footage.
Side yard.
no,
Side yard.
nope, side yard only.
It's an aggregate side yard that they're coming for.
Unless the side yard changed since it was built.
All right, anyway, we voted on
Sorry,
it,
guys.
it's done. Holdover number 1, appeal number 25-500. Proposed reconstruction.
That was the house with the picture up.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this is how you
I'll
build a
do
new
it.
house, by the way.
Yeah, it's
That's how
beautiful.
you do it.
Yeah.
I'll move it.
Second.
Kathy will second. All in favor, aye. Any
Three-quarters of our problems
opposed?
here.
Ayes have it, so moved.
Yeah.
Holdover number 2, that's on reserve. And then we have an extension of time, which I will move.
I'll second that.
Lois will second. All in favor, aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved. And then we get to Susan's portion of the program.
Reserved decision. This is 25-305 Inaba Raman at 15 Colony Street in Hicksville. We didn't really have a problem with everything, Rita, but they only had one parking space. You didn't like that. They expanded the driveway to give you the second parking space like you asked for. We'll have 2 off-street parking spaces now. Without creating a variance, they were able to go
I
the
love
other
that.
way. Yeah.
I love that. I'll move it.
That's what you- That's what you asked.
Lois will second. All in favor? Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved.
The second one is 25-349 Michelle Julio at 133 Northeast Boulevard, North Massapequa. Brian wants to inspect.
Yeah, no sightline issues, I'll move it.
And they did also obtain a letter from the neighbor who agreed that there were no sideline issues, that Brian wanted to be short.
I'll second it.
Who was it?
That's Brian and
Brian.
Lois.
Brian
All in
and
favor?
Lois.
Aye. Any opposed? Ayes have it, so moved.
And just two names for the parent child extension. please.
Lisa and Kathy. Lisa and Kathy.
Thanks,
I'm
everybody.
gonna give Joe's.